I'm reppin' Rutgers, yeah, we do. Yo, I'm reppin' Rutgers, yeah, we do it for the R. Scarlet Knights flexing hard, yeah, we gonna raise the bar. All the pride in New Jersey.
Peace and blessings, everyone. It's Coach Edd coming to you with the first episode of Doing It for the R. This is where I sit back and I talk Rutgers Athletics. We all sit back and enjoy ourselves talking Rutgers Athletics. Something that, those of us who are really into Rutgers, have been following Rutgers, really love and appreciate. So I thank everyone for tuning in today for this first episode, the first of many to come, where again, we're going to talk all things Rutgers Athletics, not just football, not just basketball, but all things associated to Rutgers Athletics. You have something that you want to talk about? Let's dive into it. Let's talk about it and let's get it going. So I'm really excited about this. Those of you who know me know how much I love Rutgers Athletics. I appreciate Rutgers Athletics. Been following Rutgers, the university, living close proximity for years. So true a fan of Rutgers. Been there through the ups and the downs from the mid 80s when I first started following Rutgers football on down. So, but I really, again, appreciate all of you for being here. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming in and indulging and being here with me. Everyone, please make sure you hit the like button. And again, if you're new, subscribe and hit the notification so you know when I post new content. And everyone, share on all social media platforms. It'll definitely help this program grow, and I thank you all for it. So I'm going to dive into the chat and see Sean Morosi. Yes, you're the very first person to tap into the chat for Doing It for the R. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Daniel Berry, brother, I appreciate you. You're always here, supporting, talking, being there for me no matter what it is, football, basketball, women's sports, men's sports, whatever. Thank you for always being here, and I appreciate you. So with that being said, I'm really excited about this. Right now, a lot is going on with Rutgers Athletics. Right now, before school starts, you'll have the football program, which is in training camp. You have the men's and women's basketball program going through summer training, getting themselves aligned. You have a lot of new talent. So everyone's getting acclimated, and everyone is getting ready for the upcoming season. So really, really stoked about this. With everything that's going on with Rutgers in terms of this coming season. So I'm going to start jumping into football because that's right around the corner. Rutgers is getting ready for their upcoming season. This is their 10th year in the Big Ten. So it's a really great time for Rutgers. They progressed, from the first time that they joined them back in 2014. The first year they went 8-4, and this is their 11th year in the Big Ten. And they went to a bowl game and ended up victorious. But, from there, it's been a struggle. We all know that. Coaching changes, all the way to now where we have Coach Shiano back for his second tour within Rutgers football. So, and doing a great job. I know many people, initially were questioning, but it's the same thing he did the first time he was here. So, by year 4 and going into 5, you started to see the progression forward, went to a bowl game. Same thing here. This time he won the bowl game, and we're hoping for more. So, but the first thing I wanted to talk about in terms of the football program, I want to talk about one of the top players from last year's program who's back. He's actually the returning Big Ten leading rusher. That's Kyle Monangai. Kyle had a phenomenal year last year. He rushed for over 1,200 yards. He even had 7 games with over 100 yards, and 3 of those were for more than 150 yards. He was voted second team All Big Ten and ranked 12th nationally, second in the league overall in terms of his ranking for his position. So, well, this year, Kyle has been added to the Doak Walker Awards list, watch list. That goes out to the running backs, top running backs in the country that Doak Walker Awards program pays attention to. And at the end of the year, the top running back gets the Doak Walker Award. So as Rutgers fans, we're hopeful that Kyle can continue on with what he's doing. I mean, if you have been following Kyle, since the beginning, coming out of high school, wasn't heavily recruited, and actually came to Rutgers, and he fought hard, he worked hard, and he's grown into the type of player that he is now. A very gifted runner, gets into the hole. He can make guys miss in the hole, and he has enough speed to break away and go for long touchdown runs. Did a phenomenal job in doing that last year. Also doing a great job in being physical. One of the things that I appreciate, being a coach is he's always falling forward. No matter what, he's falling forward. Very few times do you find him being pushed back or falling backwards after a hit. He's always falling forward. And that's something that is good a running back needs to do because it goes into gaining positive yards and those critical situations, helping the offense gain first downs when it's third and short. Falling forward goes a long way to helping, keeping drives alive. So, it's a great thing with Kyle that I definitely appreciate. One of the other things that I appreciate is his pass blocking. I mean, last year, they've had plenty of highlights where linebackers are coming and he steps right up into the hole and he stops them right in their tracks. You would think, for a running back of his stature, yes, he's stick-based in the lower half, but, sometimes you think going up against a 6'5", 250-pound, 240-pound linebacker, the linebacker would win, but that's not the case. He's done a phenomenal job in exploding into his blocks and stopping linebackers from coming and even putting a few on their backside, so that's something that, I definitely appreciate, and if I'm sitting there grading players, that's something that gains positive yardage for me. So I definitely like that. And I'm looking forward to seeing more from Kyle going forward. So, what do you guys think? If you've been following Rutgers and you've seen that, let me know in the chat, what you think about Kyle Monangai. Do you think he, has a great chance of winning the Doak Walker Award? Do you think he's going to be one of the top running backs in the country? I believe he's, going to have a good year and he's going to be a top running back in the year. Yes, the target is on his back, but I think with the offensive line that we have and the quarterback that we have this year and the renewed philosophy, I think he's going to continue to possibly be even better. Now, what is even being better? He had almost 1,300 yards last year. Can he get over 1,300 yards? Can he push to 1,400 yards? What about in the passing game? You definitely want to see him, especially if he's going to be moving on to the next level eventually. You want to see him be able to, catch the rock out of the backfield, run a couple of patterns. I'm not going to say, be one of those top running backs where he can go out and, go be a dynamic receiver in the running pattern, but we'll see. We'll see. Another player I wanted to talk about is Tyreen Powell. Tyreen has been through a lot. Last year he had some injuries, as well as coming back through training camp at the early part of this year. He had some injuries there also. He's coming back from those injuries. Well, he's actually one of the players that was named to the comeback player of the year watch list. So I'm excited. He's definitely a player that everything goes according to plan. Yes, I expect him to be out there and performing at the top level that he has done at before. I think last year he played in 8 games. At the time, he had 53 tackles, including 11 stops versus Virginia Tech. He's contributed with sacks, against Northwestern and Michigan. So, so I'm expecting him to pretty much do the same thing last year. So, what's up, Blaze? Thanks for tapping in, man. I just realized, yeah, my camera. What's going on with the camera? Thanks a lot, Blaze. I really appreciate that. But trying to see what's going on here. So I'll just go this way for a little bit and see if I can, while I'm, going through, see if I can figure out what's going on with the camera. But, in terms of Tyreen, I'm hoping that, he continues to develop and, he wins that award next year, as far as comeback player of the year, because he's been a phenomenal representative of Rutgers University. And I think, it would be magnificent for Rutgers to, have a player win that award. So, hopefully, again, like I said, Tyreen can come in and come back in next year and perform. It might trigger the cam back on. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to see right now. Yeah, I'm still having a hard time going through a few things while we're working at it. So thanks, Blaze. I really appreciate you. So, and I'm glad you might have to leave the studio and come back in real quick. Okay, let me see if I can try that. Everyone, just be patient with me. I will do that real quick. I'll just be right back. Hold on. All right, yeah, there we go. Thanks a lot, Blaze. I really appreciate you doing that. So, yeah, I mean, we technology, man. I mean, things happen. So, I was trying to go through the settings to see if I could see something there, but hey, that worked. So, thanks a lot, man. You guys get to see my beautiful face. So, but yeah, getting back to Tyreen, Powell, always, brother. That's why I got nothing but a great deal of love and respect for you, and I appreciate you. So. But getting back into what Rutgers with Tyreen, he's definitely one of the top leaders of this program. He's done a phenomenal job, since day one coming in, out of Vineland, New Jersey. Of course, Jersey guy. So he's played in plenty of games here at Rutgers. So I'm looking forward to what he's going to do. Rutgers also has two other award watch players. The Manley Award for Austin Riggs, that's for the top long snapper in the country, and the Maxwell Award again for Kyle Monungai. It's a top player award that is given out to the players across the country. So yeah, again, it's something that's exciting for me to sit back and watch and think about, where Rutgers has come. I mean, again, I've been here, following Rutgers for decades, man, and I've seen the ups and the downs, with the program, the good and the bad. So, again, it's a beautiful thing, when you sit back and you see the progression, of this university. Many people have felt that Rutgers does not belong in the Big Ten, but they continue to just sit back and do their work and continue to prove. And this is all programs. This is not just football. This is not just basketball. It doesn't matter if it's track and field, if it's soccer, men's or women's soccer, whatever program, they continue to show that they're grown to be a Big Ten caliber program. And that's something that, if you're a fan of Rutgers, if you're a fan of the state of New Jersey, this is what you want to see. So, again, I'm proud of it. you know, and whoever says that Rutgers isn't, sorry, Rutgers is just going to continue to show you that we are Rutgers University and the state of New Jersey and this area, the state of Rutgers, is going to show to you that they are a great representative of the Big Ten. And all these athletes, these student athletes, are going to show that they are great representatives of Rutgers University. You're not going to have many of the problems that you have with many other universities across the country. So, I really have faith in all the coaches, all the administrators, everyone here at Rutgers that is there for Rutgers University, and us fans. We're going to show that we're great fans and we support Rutgers no matter what, through and through. There's some great beat writers that are out there that do great reporting on Rutgers, and they show through hard work and dedication, how they are doing it for the R. And that's something that, I believe in, and I strongly believe in, which is why, I like this title, Doing It for the Art, doing it for Rutgers, the state of Rutgers. There's some of you who know I'm a big Rakim fan. So, that's a little bit homage to the great Rakim. But again, it's also indicative of Rutgers that they're doing it for Rutgers and they're doing it for this state and this community. So, yeah, and, they are a Power 5 school. Well, now it's called Power 4. So, but still, I know what you mean. So, and they're showing, they're not the pushover anymore. No one wants to consistently play Rutgers. Last year, the football program competed. They competed with all of them. They were there with Ohio State. They were up on Michigan for a moment. Yeah, things happen, and you end up losing, especially to those top programs. But that's about Rutgers gaining enough depth as well as talent. They're getting the talent now. The football program is getting elite talent, and a lot of kids want to come to Rutgers. Rutgers players, not just top 5-star kids that fit into the culture of Rutgers. In basketball, look at the men's program getting 2 of the top 3 talents, potential NBA draft picks to come to this program. The women's basketball program has had a little down year since the coaching change, but they're starting to get the recruits. Coach Washington is starting to get the 5-star talent to come here. So, and they're going to continue to do, what they need to do to, continue to build this program. Yeah, Washington, Oregon, USC, UCLA, they're all in here, so, this speaks to, the power of the Big Ten. My man Tudo, much love and respect, Coach Edd. You are definitely a legend, a true alum of Rutgers Nation. So, you definitely do it for the R. So, get shout out to you, brother. You out there, doing your thing, in the rugby world. But, I definitely appreciate you, and what you bring to the table, for Rutgers and the Rutgers community. So, I forgot to put up the banner. Ooh, bad Edward. So, yeah, there we are. There you go. There you go. So, but in terms of, like I said, talking about the talent that's being brought to the state of Rutgers, to the state of New Jersey, it's great. I watched the football program in terms of the recruiting. They're recruiting this area, of course, New York, New Jersey, Eastern Pennsylvania, heading down into Maryland, into Virginia, North Carolina, and now hitting Georgia. They've always done well in Florida, which is why Rutgers, in terms of recruiting ranks, is in the mid-20s, possibly pushing 20s. Some publications have had them even higher. The basketball program, like I said, with the men's, one of the top recruiting classes this coming year. And this talent is definitely going to surprise some teams. I've watched the scrimmage, I've watched the practice, the transfer players that have come in, they are doing a phenomenal job. I've listened to what, they speak about Jeremiah and Zach Martini, their leadership skills that they're showing, and that they're presenting and that they're helping the younger players. And this team is building and developing a certain level of comfortability with each other. And, I can't wait to see the basketball team get out there and compete, within the Big Ten and against any other team. Definitely looking forward to when they play Alabama. I believe they're going to, it hasn't been announced, but officially, just that, they're Alabama and North Carolina, Notre Dame and Houston are the teams that they're playing in a tournament. But I really believe they're going to play Alabama first. One of the reasons why, you have one of our former players, Cliff O'Murray, down there, transferred down to Alabama, and it's going to be a great test. Definitely going to be a great test. Alabama is a top program, in the country, and it's going to be a great measuring stick for Rutgers to see where they are, how the players are developing, and the talent that they have there. And I trust in Coach Pike. He's going to have those young men ready, willing, and able to go out there and compete. And they're going to be a lot better offensively. You have, 3-point shooting now, legitimate 3-point shooting in Zach Martini and PJ, and you have players who are going to be able to attack the rim, and look, Ace Bailey, some people said, he could possibly be the number 1 overall draft pick. He might be number 2. This young man is a 3-level talent. He could take it to the hole. He can play in the paint. He can play in the mid range, and he can shoot from deep. And then if you go on the defensive end, he has great talent to play defensively. It's not just he's an offensive player. He will protect the rim when necessary. Standing roughly around 6'10", 6'11". I know some people question his physical side, that he's of slight frame, but he's very athletic and he's very gifted. So he'll be able to handle on-ball defense as well as help defense. So I'm looking looking forward to when they start playing again. And again, with the women's game, the women's team, Coach Coquise is doing a great job, with the women's program, with bringing in the talent, bringing in talent from players who may have left, but they're coming back to Rutgers, so I'm definitely appreciating that. And, I see, the vision for what she's doing and how she's building the program. I know for years we've always, used to Coach Stringer's, defensive prowess, but I think there's definitely going to be a lot more offensive ingenuity in the program. So, and again, I'm just really excited, man. Everything that goes on with Rutgers, that we have going on. So, but I like I said, I appreciate it. I definitely like with the direction overall where everything is going. You even have former players doing well in whatever profession. I was doing some skimming today, and I saw an article in reference to former defensive back Christian Braswell, who's now in the NFL and he's playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, they have him listed as the starting nickel player. So that speaks to the talent that comes through this university, and it's a great thing. No more can you sit here and say, it's, players don't have the talent to play at the professional level. Yes, they do. Yes, they do have the talent to play, in the professional level in terms of sports. So, but that's some of the things that I wanted to talk about, just on this first episode. I wanted to keep it, a little bit light today because it's the first one. I'm looking to continue to grow it. Today I wanted to, just keep it for half an hour. So, and that's pretty much where we're at. Plus, you have the Big Ten Network will be showcasing Rutgers football today. So, and that'll be starting at 8:00. So, I definitely wanted to jump into that and pay attention to that. So if you don't know about it, turn on to the Big Ten Network right after we get out of here. so you can see, them talking about the Rutgers football program. So, but with that being said, I want to thank Tudo for being here, brother. I have nothing but love and respect for you. My man, Arku, man, always giving great support. I really appreciate you. Blaze, thank you for always being here. Daniel Berry, you were one of the first to be here. So, again, thank you again for always being here. I really appreciate you. And everyone else, who may be sitting in the background, as we get comfortable and we grow, this channel, this program, you'll entertain and interact with me. So thank you. I really appreciate you. That's right, Nate. That's right. So, but again, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you all again for this. And, I'll be back next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I should be here at 7 o'clock, and I'm going to be looking for a full hour or so. And again, if you have any questions, you can leave it here in the chat. I'll definitely be coming back, or you can hit me on Twitter, Skies Papa 72, SKYS POPPA 72. You can hit me there, send me a direct message. That's fine. I'll definitely get back to you. Or if you have anything you want to talk about in terms of Rutgers Athletics, I'll be more than happy to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to play the little intro that I have for you guys, and I hope you guys like it. And with that being said, as I always say in sports, make sure you turn it on and turn it up. That'll be easy. Peace.
Yo, I'm reppin' Rutgers, yeah, we do it for the R. Scarlet nights flexing hard, yeah, we born and raised the bar. All the pride in New Jersey, man, we stand tall and proud. From the Brunswick to the shore, we gon' turn it up real loud. Athletics in our veins, we hustle, we grind. The streets to East Coast, so it's on our mind. Red and black, we attack, yeah, we never fall back. In the heart of the game, Rutgers putting up the stats.
Jersey strong, yeah, we doing it right. For the R, put a thumb and we gon' fight all night. East Coast energy, hit 'em with the hype. Rutgers on the project, taking that flight.
From the glassroom to the field, we excel, we win. Got the spirit of the all, let the games begin. We represent the Garden State. Hustle, grit, no debate. Determination in our eyes. Nah, we don't hesitate. We got strength, we got heart. Every play, every ball. Loyalty in our soul from the end to the start. It's the Rutgers way, never sway. Steady on our grind with the pride of New Jersey. Success we gon' find.
Jersey strong, yeah, we doing it right. For the R, put a thumb and we gon' fight all night. East Coast energy, hit 'em with the hype. Rutgers on the project, taking that flight.
Yo, and this thing ain't still a raw. Scarlet nights, here a sword. Champions the spirit, break it down every door. Red wave flies and see the power in our stride. With the hearts of a night, we got that Jersey pride. When the lights bright on that Saturday night, Rutgers spirit burning, shining in the fight. In every passing tackle, we blaze with desire. In the halls of the Ivy, setting the field of fire. From the alumni to the youth, we carry the flame. United by the banner in every single game. This is more than just a team. Select